Hi, welcome to, I don't know what to call this, people's pets. Um, in the world, people have a variety of pets, uh, birds, cats, dogs, even monkeys and lions, rabbits, ducks. Yeah, let's talk about the first one, the cat family in general. Now, cats, whether it's a pet cat, a lion, a leopard, a cheetah, the whole cat family itself, it's only it's set to kill, basically. Number one, a cat. If you're going to have a pet cat, keep it indoors, because if you complain you've lost your cat, once it's gone outside, unless it knows its way back, it ain't coming back. Cats should never be let outside. Backyard's fine, but you're taking risk of losing your cat. I don't understand people with cats that they let it go outside. You're going to let it go outside to be run over by, a car, or let it kill like a bird or an animal. So that's my subject on cats. If you're going to have a pet cat, it stays inside. It's got a key litter box. Take it outside maybe for a walk around, but don't let it go. Now, on the subject of dogs, this has always been an interesting one. If you do have a dog, I strongly suggest every single day, if it's a house dog, it should never be in the house for one thing, but if it's a house dog, let it run around a bit. If you've got a backyard, let it run around. Make sure it's enclosed so it doesn't escape. Because dogs like getting out, running around, They don't like being cooped up in places. Now people say, well, my dog stays inside. It's not healthy for a dog to always stay inside, It's got to be out there for 1 or 2 hours a day, at least getting sunshine, getting a bit of a good run going, I think it's cruel for people that have dogs and they keep it inside and that's all it stays. They don't just take it outside to, do its business. I can understand on a cold night, bring your dog into the laundry, but when you start bringing your dog inside and it stays inside, that's not right. That's cruelty to an animal. Only get a dog if you're going to take it out every day for a walk, look after it. It has to have a decent backyard. If you don't have a decent backyard for the dog to run around, that's cruel. And don't tell me that you're looking after the dog by keeping it inside. You're doing more damage to it inside than, dogs. I always strongly believe dogs should be just outside, running around, having a good time. And then maybe if it's cold at nights, bring it in, by the laundry or even in the lounge, as long as it behaves itself. It's like cats, cats are an inside animal. Once you let it out, if you lose it, that's just stupidity. And cats shouldn't be let out because, number one, they'll get run over. Number two, they kill birds, they kill other animals. So now, a lion for a pet. Some countries, people have lions as pet. It's ridiculous, it's stupid. A lion, yes, can be tamed, but it takes one split thing. If the lion acts funny, you're dead. It's simple. It's like people have pet bears. I've never really understood that. It's normally in Alaska, snowy areas, Rocky Hills area, pet bears. Yeah, it's stupid how people have pet bears. I've never understood that. Now, on the topic of birds, now this has always upset me. Whether it's a galah, a cocky, a duck, geese, should never ever be in a cage. If it's got wings, it's not fair on the animal to be locked in a cage. I always believe that birds should run free in their natural habitat. I think it's cruel, and whether you've got a pet bird or a duck or galah, cocky, ducks, it's not fair on an animal to be in a cage of any sort. They're sort of animals, birds should be able to run free, fly free, meet other birds. That's the subject on birds. If you have a pet galah or a cocky, it's not nice. It's in a cage, Yeah, it could be, you may like it. It talks to you, but I strongly believe it's not right for a bird to be in a cage. Birds have developed wings and they should be able to fly wherever they want. Same goes for duck or geese. Most ducks, they in the winter they all huddle up together. They fly off together, and occasionally you get them in your pools. You get them mostly in the creeks, but never lock a duck or geese up. You know, they should be able to go wherever they want free. And if you've got a small backyard, that's not fair on them, you know. These animals are supposed to be, you know, wild. They're not supposed to be in a confined little space. And I think it's cruel that these people lock them up in cages and put them in small backyards and clip their wings. That's not fair. They can't go anywhere. You know, it's not fair that they can't meet other birds or other ducks. You know, that's how whole. I know people have pet ducks and pet geese, you know, and pet birds, but it's not fair that they're always confined in a cage. And a lot of people agree with me. That's cruelty to an animal. You know, I know a lot about animals because, you know, not talking about my age, but I've researched, you know, all sorts of animals growing up in schools, and the one thing I hate is cruelty to animals. You know, if you've got, say, a cage for an animal, I think that's just so wrong. I mean, some animals I can understand you'd put in a cage, like a guinea pig or a rabbit or a ferret, you know, one of the little animals. It's still not right, but I can see why. Like, if you have like animals like that, like rabbits, guinea pigs, stuff. If you got like a place in the house, like they can run around a bit and they're trained, fine. At least they're running around. But if they're in a backyard in a cage and you let them go for a little bit, that's not right. I mean, animals should not be confined to a cage. And I can't stress this enough. Like say, you know, we have ducks coming out pool every day, but they're wild. They come and go whenever they want. It's the thing, you know. That's ducks are they're supposed to be wild. I don't find it fair that a duck or a geese or goose or whatever you want to call it should be confined by a small space. They're animals that are supposed to be wild, and you know, if they fly off, they're 9 out of 10 times they're not coming back. Even if you've bred those ducks from day one, they were born and clipped their wings. The moment they fly off, they've gone to be with other ducks or geese or whatever. You know, that's the whole point I'm trying to make here on any bird that's got wings, right? If it flies off, whether you've trained it from when it's hatched out of a, you know, when it's come straight out of birth, it's gonna fly away. And once it's fly away, you're not gonna get it back. That's the way the animal world works. You know, the duck's not gonna stay in a small spot. It wants to go exploring. It wants to go eat. It wants to go meet other ducks. It wants to go to other ponds. It wants to fly around. That's the way the ducks are made. It's like going back to the lion subject. Whether you train a cub from when it was first born, and you train it all the way to adulthood, that doesn't mean it's going to stay with you. Like I said, you know, that can turn bad. And yeah, it's like these people that have pet monkeys and chimpanzees. Those things will go schizo, you know. At the end of the day, if you want to, like I said, I can understand having lizards, geckos, snakes in a tank, you know, confined in a tank. I can understand that, you know, they're fine to have in a tank. I can understand it. They make alright pets because they don't make much noise, and they, you know, people that have pet spiders, that's just, now, here's a subject on the spider situation. I know a lot of people collect like those big tarantulas and huntsmans and that. I think that's pretty fucking mean that a spider is in a fucking tank or a cage. It's just, you don't fucking do that. Spiders opposed to, you know, you don't fucking get redbacks or white tails or these dangerous things and just lock him in a fucking tank. It's cruel. It's just so fucking cruel. No, I'm not an animal activist. I don't, you know, myself, I'll be honest, I'm not a dog person, a cat person, an animal person, but it should, spiders and stuff like that should definitely be just like left out. You know, if you catch a spider, let it go. Like, you know, we'll let it wander around the backyard. You know, it's free, it's natural. Putting it in a fucking tank's wrong. Now, I'm going to get probably people going, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you know, you're... Well, do your research, people, on this thing. Because I've done research on all these subjects I'm talking about. It's fucking cruel. That's just... I don't know how people can justify... I mean, pets, yes, are supposed to be our family. Don't get me wrong, they're our kids, they're our, you know... Whether it's a dog, it's your best mate, or it's cats, you know, it's your best mate, or... ducks or geese, it's your mates. But at the end of the day, you've got to understand what you do to your animals. You know, you can say you love them and care about them, but when you get down to the nitty gritty part of it, it's just bull fucking shit. No animal should be locked in a cage. That's fucking cruel. And you can agree with me. Cats should be stayed inside, not letting, go outside. Cats are animals, that if they're let outside, they're going to hunt. They're going to go for birds. They're going to go for little animals. They're going to go for rabbits. They're going to go for, or lizards. They kill lizards. Same with dogs, If you have like a backyard that's, say, nicely all compacted in, dog can run around, can have a good time, it can't escape, that's fine. You're being nice dog. But if you've got like a small backyard that can't go very far and it's indoors most of the time, that's fucking cruel. So the rules are, any sort of birds or any animal with wings should not be confined in a cage. They should be free and let go. It's cruel. Bottom line is, if you think you disagree with me on that subject, go fuck yourself, because no animal that has wings should be in a cage. Yeah, it should be free. Spiders should not be kept as pets. They should be allowed to be wild and do what they want. Lizards, snakes, geckos, it's not right to put them in a tank, but I can see that being okay if you have that. Dogs should be, if you have a dog, for God's sakes, take it for a walk at least once a day. Let it out in the sun. Personally, 9 out of 10 dogs should be outside all day. And if, worst case scenario, if it's bad weather or cold, bring it in. Or if you're not a fan of bringing it in, have a nice kennel for it. But a dog's not meant to stay inside. Even if you say, well, my dog is a house dog, it's supposed to stay inside. That's not healthy for the dog. So just that was topic on pets, and whether you have a pet bear or a lion, that's just stupid. Spiders is on that same category. A spider should not be kept as a pet, whether it's a huntsman tarantula. They're pretty cool, but let's look at most of those spider movies. You think that's just creepy. It just takes like you to leave the lid off one night or a crack in the glass and the spider just goes through that. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that subject. Thank you for watching the topic on pets. You can apply to this, see what kind of pet you got. Tell me if you got any weird pets. Axolotls are a pretty cool pet. Those things are fucking creepy. Yeah, but just, on the subject, if you've got a pet, if you really care about it, fucking, if it does, like I said, dog runs away, whether it's a dog, a cat, a bird, a duck, if it goes away, it's probably not going to come back, because they're not very smart animals. A dog and cat's the saddest thing, because usually, if they're gone, it's probably 7 out of 10, that dog or cat's going to get run over or lost. If it's a bird, like a galah, a cocky, a duck, it's not coming back. If it's flew off, anything with wings that flew off, it ain't coming back. If you get it back, fucking great, You've just basically won the cross lotto, because most birds, if once they fly, they go. And I see a lot of stuff on the internet, how missing birds, you're not going to get them back. Birds are not going to be like, oh, I live over here. It doesn't work like that. Once a bird has flown off, they're gone. And if you don't believe me, just look it up. Thank you for watching my topic on animals. If you've got any cool pets, let me know. Write in the comments below. If you've got friends with animals, watch this vid and share away. Thank you for watching.